Smoky skies once again across northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan, though we have a little more sun. The smoke not as thick as what it was yesterday. However, you're still going to notice skies. They're not that bright blue that we're used to. It's just a little more of that kind of grayer hue overhead, but it's still not deterring people to be out on the water. And I don't blame you. There's nothing coming down from the sky. A little more comfortable temperature wise, but you're going to be overall seeing that things are just overall nice. But keep in mind that we do still have those conditions that are a little smoky at times. Here at the lunch hour, you're going to find, because of the smoke, that we are sitting into those mid to upper 60s, so a little bit cooler there. But you will find that the smoke actually doesn't allow for a ton of sun, or at least that sun angle to be as harsh. So that's why you're going to find those conditions that do allow for then things to be switched up just a little bit. Now, as far as the intensity of the smoke, you're going to find that, well, today it's a lot better. We don't have as much of it. It's not so thick in the forecast. It's a little bit more on the lighter side. So that's what we're going to have set up for today. But you will find that we still have more smoke that's going to continue to come down from Quebec. And the heaviest of the smoke is going to hang towards eastern Ohio and even towards Pennsylvania, New York as we go into tomorrow. But overnight, we're still going to have another round. So if you've noticed that it's maybe been a little troublesome as far as maybe bothering your allergies, we are still going to find on Thursday that conditions are a little bit closer to what they were on Tuesday. So if you notice Tuesday, hey, things are a little bit, well, as far as how I'm feeling, it could be due to the wildfire smoke. But if you are going to be headed eastward, just plan on finding that we are kind of in that heaviest category as far as that wildfire smoke. So that means air quality is going to be reduced for folks further east. You're going to find here at home for us, we're kind of in that moderate and even close to that sensitive groups, meaning that if you do have asthma, maybe your allergies bother you a little bit easier than what they bother your friend, then you're going to notice that probably that smoke is a little bit more troublesome. Now, if we were in the red, that would mean that the general public would start to really kind of notice that, hey, I just don't feel as good because of that air quality. So just keep in mind that we are in that moderate category, but we will continue to keep an eye on our air quality, because for a lot of people, it affects all of us. We're all breathing in the air that we have, and the symptoms, of course, are going to be very similar to what you have with those seasonal allergies. And the reason for that is that smoke, of course, it has dirt, dust, particles, any of that, and it's just like pollen. It's floating in the air. And like pollen, we breathe it in, it starts to tickle our nose, starts to bother us. It's a little bit of an irritation, so then our body has to take care of it. So that's why you probably notice maybe some sinus issues, some scratchy throat, maybe some itchy eyes, runny eyes. You might notice that they're a little bit watery, or maybe you're just a little bit tired, a little bit run down. That could be just because we have some of that smoke. Now, the grass, that's also been high as far as, well, those allergens are concerned. So plenty of pollen still in the air since we haven't picked up a lot of rain lately. But for the weekend, we are eyeing a chance of some water. I know it's been a very long time since we've talked about some rainfall, 17 days to be exact. So soon we will be using the radar tab on the app. It's been a while, so maybe you want to hop into the app, refresh yourself with how that works, because we are going to be watching for some weekend rain. You won't find that in the hourly forecast, but if you use the daily tab in the bottom of the app, that's where you're going to find that rain talk that we're watching for. So make sure you have the app. It's free to download, and then you can stay updated like our rain chance on Sunday. Though we have quiet weather as we get through today, tomorrow, Friday, you're going to find a little more moisture by Saturday, but our best chance for picking up that rain is going to be Sunday, and it might even linger a little bit into Monday. So hopefully it's kind of a little bit of a slower rain for us, so then it's not just all this rain at once, because we are going to be playing catch up whenever we start to see some water back in. So at least we're seeing over the weekend and into early next week, some water, some moisture coming back into the forecast. You'll find that here with the hour-by-hour conditions. As we go through Saturday, the forecast is fairly quiet, but Sunday night you can see that we have that rainfall setting up towards our north and west. So as we go into the later half of the day, right now the system looks a little bit slower to where your Sunday morning plans should be fine. It's into the afternoon that we are going to be watching the timing of the rainfall. Now, of course, the energy that's carrying the rain in, it's going to still fluctuate a little bit on timing, so make sure you keep checking in to WTOL 11 weather for the latest on the timing for that Sunday rainfall. We're still a few days out, but at least we are seeing a stronger signal for some wet weather. I know it's not ideal timing to see rain on the weekend, but at least it's finally a chance that we are seeing some much needed water. Even Saturday, though, we're going to have some summer heat. Highs are going to be around 86 degrees, But again, some of that moisture is going to start to return for us. As we go into your Sunday, finally that rain chance and a little bit cooler because of it. We're going to cut about 10 degrees from Saturday to Sunday as we're going to find highs that are back into the mid 70s. Very similar to what we have for today and tomorrow, mid 70s. This is actually a little bit cooler for June standards. We should be finding highs right around 80 degrees, which is where we will be on Friday. Saturday, some big summer heat. We're talking mid, getting maybe close to those upper 80s because we'll have plenty of sun. We'll be watching though the wildfire smoke because that plays with our highs as well. And some rain that would kind of help to clear things out as far as the pollen and the dust and the smoke. So we are really hoping to see some of that rainfall. Of course, we also need it for the crops and also our gardens as well. A little bit cooler with the rainfall. Highs going to be into the mid 70s for Sunday and Monday. A little more of a rebound of Tuesday of next week. And then you can see we still are eyeing some heat as we go into the later half, almost about a week from now. We're talking low to mid 80s, maybe even getting up there a little bit higher. But we could also have some rain chances that try to sneak in with it. So there's a lot to watch as we go towards June as the pattern looks like it could start to change. So make sure you stay updated on that with the WTOL 11 weather app.